In February 2017, the billionaire founder of SpaceX and Tesla, Elon Musk, said, "If there are super-intelligent aliens out there, they are probably already observing us." But to many, Musk's comments were simply stating a truth that had been known for decades, that aliens surround the Earth, secretly observing mankind and calculating their next move. In 1973, MIT radio astronomer Dr. John Ball published his paper, The Zoo Hypothesis. He theorized that advanced alien species were covertly observing life on Earth. Ball claimed extraterrestrial species were avoiding Earth deliberately. He said, "The only way that we can understand the apparent non-interaction between them and us is to hypothesize that they are deliberately avoiding interaction with us and that they have set aside the area in which we live as a zoo." The hypothesis claims that alien civilizations deliberately hide themselves from humans so that earthly life can evolve and develop organically. Some believe this could be a solution to the Fermi paradox, the mysterious conundrum described by physicist Enrico Fermi in the 1950s. It notes that if sentient life exists elsewhere in the universe, probability dictates that our galaxy should be bursting with other civilizations. Yet, we have never detected any signs that this is the case. NASA planetary scientist Sean Donegal-Goldman believes that if alien civilizations are aware of us, they may observe the damaging human impact on global ecosystems, particularly global warming. They may then seek to obliterate us for destroying the environment. Nuclear physicist Stanton Friedman argues that this is just one of the reasons extraterrestrials may consider us evil. The UFO expert says that there is no doubt aliens already walk among us undetected, hiding their identities so they can monitor our behavior. Terrifyingly, Friedman says that their main goal is to prevent humanity from colonizing space, stating, "I think they are here to quarantine us, keep us from going out there." Amazingly, computer testing has supported the zoo hypothesis. Astronomy professor Duncan Forgan at the University of St. Andrews conducted a simulated experiment to assess the plausibility of the zoo hypothesis. Forgan began with the assumption that all alien civilizations had jointly decided to avoid the Earth. This is because for civilizations to cooperate, they must be relatively equal and not controlled by a hegemonic alien power. This would require intergalactic communication, the speed of which would be compromised by the speed of light. Importantly, civilizations would therefore need to have been around long enough for messages to travel between galaxies over great distances and at limited speed. For the simulation, alien civilizations were randomly placed on a galactic map, while a computer program calculated the likelihood of any two communicating and deciding to treat the Earth as a zoo. It calculated that, for the hypothesis to be a real possibility, a minimum of 500 civilizations were needed that had existed for at least 1 million years. Forgan concluded that while this scenario is unlikely, it is not impossible. He believes that as human technology becomes more advanced, we may finally know the truth. He says, "It may well still be the case that the Earth resides in a region of space occupied by a conservative clique bent on non-contact. However, as our ability to detect unintentional signals from both living and dead civilizations increases, we should presumably be able to break the deadlock imposed in this scenario." However, while the zoo hypothesis cannot be disproved, there is equally no evidence that this is taking place. Indeed, the closest that we have got to locating alien life in the universe came in a NASA announcement in April 2017. This revealed that the Cassini mission probe had discovered Saturn's moon Enceladus and Jupiter's moon Europa contained the rare conditions that would allow life to flourish. Critically, while these chemical conditions may be fertile ground for extraterrestrial beings, there is no proof that they have yet supported life successfully. It is also interesting that the essence of the zoo hypothesis existed long before Dr. John Ball published his paper. Many science fiction works feature storylines where sinister extraterrestrials are secretly observing humanity on Earth. This includes Arthur C. Clarke's 1951 short story, The Sentinel, and even Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, which follows a united federation of planets who agree on a prime directive to avoid interfering with less developed alien life. It is very possible that these creative ideas inspired the Zoo hypothesis. A number of alternative theories have been proposed to the Fermi paradox. For instance, Professor Brian Cox suggests that many alien civilizations have attempted to reach Earth, but have died or got lost on the journey. Others, like philosophy professor Nick Bostrom, the director of Oxford University's Future Humanity Institute, believe we may already be under alien control. He says that we may be living in a computer-simulated reality, secretly controlled by extraterrestrial overlords. However, like the Zoo hypothesis, these theories are purely abstract, and without hard evidence to support any of them, they cannot be proven. The Zoo hypothesis gives us an intriguing way to make sense of the complex universe in which we live. Strikingly, the hypothesis is not impossible. As mankind reaches a more advanced stage in its development, the truth may finally be unmasked. But for now, all we can do is play the waiting game.